Guys, Scott Enny from VTraders. I'm just going to do a quick video recap of my NIO and Tesla trades today. A couple people told me I talked slow in my last video, so I'm going to try to speed things up for you. It's YouTube, so you can always pause and rewind, right? As you know, I had Tesla and NIO in mind today for a type of FRD, which means first red day setup, since they are both overextended multi-day runners. In the room, I posted this clearly defined symmetrical triangle pattern on Tesla yesterday. This is a type of consolidation pattern, but it also could be a continuation pattern. So you have to put it into context. I saw it as a state of equilibrium, meaning buyers and sellers are equaling out. And since Tesla was so overextended after the massive run, I thought maybe if we saw signs of a reversal today, this could set up Tesla as a FRD. So I draw this arrow to remind me of where price equilibrium is the next day from the previous day. To me, it just means watch this price. That apex is about 1381. Which I saw as an important level to watch. In the pre-market, you see how it gapped up a little and then formed the choppy consolidation area. This to me just means that yes, price is reaching some sort of equilibrium between buyers and sellers, but there's no real sell signal yet. That is what I wanted to watch for today. I also noticed that a couple support areas formed today around 1394 and 1389. So I just take note of that. So then we get a nice pull through these support levels after 11 a.m. But I am also thinking about the apex of that triangle from yesterday at 1381. So I wasn't convinced yet that it was time to short. Notice how it went to almost exactly 1381 and then bounced right off of that, came back up to those support areas and then consolidated once again. At this time I was thinking, maybe today it just might chop and consolidate all day. I wanted to see more proof that it might be an FRD. I wanted something to convince me more. Then sometime after 12 p.m. I noticed what looked like a down-sloping trend line forming, and then it started rolling over through support again. It was this time that I became more confident that we might start seeing a downtrend that that I had a clear defined area to risk off of. If this bearish trend line was violated, my thesis was probably wrong for the day and I would have been out. My plan was to enter near 1393 and risk to about 1398. So 5 points, that's not a lot for Tesla, to be honest. And then what I wanted to see was a retest of that important 1381 and a fail. Once it punched through 1381, I was fairly confident that, hey, it's game time. We're probably going to test 1338 today, or we had a good chance to get down to 1338, which was the pivot point from yesterday. Time of day is also important because this was happening as we approach 2 p.m., which is when volume comes back into the market. Time of day is always important when analyzing these setups. Notice how I'm trying to put all these pieces together. What is happening on the daily chart? What happened yesterday? Where are the support and resistance levels? Where might trend lines and patterns be forming? This is the way my mind works. I like to hold for bigger moves. It's different than just trying to go in for a quick scalp, just squeezing a small profit out between support and resistance, which is cool too. It's just this type of trading suits my personality better. Okay, so now NIO. NIO is similar to Tesla, right? I mean, look at on the broader scale, look at the weekly chart just to put it into context. Just a few weeks ago, this was trading at $3, right? Now look at it. What caused this? You got to remember too that NIO was has over 1 billion shares outstanding. Just think about that for a second. So this is what caused this. The only reason NIO can have a move like this is because Tesla had a move like this, in my opinion. It's overextended, and I know that if it starts giving back, there's a lot of opportunity on the downside. What I was thinking going in today was that 1380, the all-time high, is an obvious level to watch, but in the pre-market it was already above that. So what next? Well, I thought $15. call it a whole number or a psychological level, whatever you want. So I was thinking a top might form near $15. Now at the time, price action wasn't that clear to me, or clear enough for me to have conviction to enter. But now looking back, with hindsight being 2020, it's kind of clear now. We had a $15 over under and a double top right around that $15 area. It didn't really strike me until after the fact, although I suspected it. What really jumped out at me was this. This is a clearly defined trend line you can see on the 5 or 15-minute chart. I also see a clear support level at 1430. Now, a story starts to form in my mind. We have a double top and over under at $15. Price comes down. It breaches 1430, touches the trend line, bounces, and forms a lower high. Now my conviction is growing. You guys know I love when a clear trend line lines up with a clear support resistance level. So I paid real close attention after 1 p.m. when price was reacting to both of those lines. What happened next? Price breaches again. And now what do I want to see? I want to see price go back up and retest the trend line from underneath and fail and roll over. Ideally. Didn't have to. It kept going. But I mean, ideally that would make me more confident. And that is exactly what happened. The fact that both of these trade setups were happening at the same time, meaning Tesla and NIO, also gave me more conviction on each of them. Now, as far as targets, on NIO I had 1375 in mind, and I had the $12 area. There was some minor support from yesterday afternoon in the 13 to 1337 area, but I only thought that would provide some turbulence on the way down, just because of how it was from yesterday afternoon in the slower part of the day, and just the way that it formed up there didn't seem to be anything clearly defined. So the target I really wanted was $12. Okay, that's it. If you have any questions, write me in the comments below or in chat. Thanks.